This is Mohammad Shabir Hussain. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to write consumer applications to deserialize Java complex object using JSON deserializer. It is very easy to write JSON deserializer. Kafka provides serializer and deserializer to interface to write your own serializer. So these are the steps you can see here. In the first, we will create a Java class, and then we will implement deserializer interface, and then we will use the create a object mapper, and then we will override configure method and deserialize method, right? So let's start writing deserializer. So in one of my video, like to read CSV file and write to the Kafka, we have one video on this, right? So I have used here student schema. I have written here student schema here, like the student ID, name, department, subject, and the marks. Sorry. So we were reading here the CSV file. This CSV file is you can see here is to the student informations, student ID, name, department, subject name, and the marks, right? So you can see the complete detail of this producer applications, right? In the same program, so what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to write our JSON deserializer and the consumer applications. So let's start writing. So first I will write JSON deserializer, right? So we have written here the JSON deserializer. So you can see here the step first that we will create a one class JSON deserializer, and then we will implement deserializer provided by the Kafka, right? And after that you can see the next step, right? Create object mapper. I have created here object mapper, right? We will use this to deserialize the data, and I'm creating a class name variable here to read the class name of the key or the value. And here is the, you can see the static variables. So this property we will read key.class.name if we pass the key, or value.class.name if we pass the class for the value, right? So this is the constructor, right? Default constructor. Now after that we will override the configure method, right? Here we will check that we have passed the class to deserialize the key or not. If we have passed, then it will read the key class name provided by us in the consumer applications, right? And it will store into the class name. If we have not passed the key class, then it will read the value class name, because the value exactly we have to deserialize, right? So what class we are using to deserialize, right? So this is the class name we will capture here, and after that we will override the deserialize method, right? So we will check here the data is there or not. If data is null, then it will return null. If there is the data, so it will use the object mapper, and we will pass here the data and the class name, right? So class name, and then that's all. That's it. This is the deserializer is ready. And now we'll see we have here the consumer applications, right? In the consumer application we will use the JSON deserializer, right? So this is very easy. You can see as usual, already we have seen that we have set some parameters, right? The logger to log the information. You can see here the client ID. I set the client ID bootstrap server, we know, right? And then here the key deserializer. So we are using the string deserializer, right? Because we know that for the key I pass the department name. You can see here in the terminal ITC CSD, the department is the string. So I'm using a string deserializer, right? For the value, yes, I'm using here JSON deserializer, right? I have written here JSON deserializer, right? Now we will pass the JSON deserializer class. Which class I will use to deserialize, right? So I will pass the schema. Here I have written the record is to my student dot class, that you have to use this class to deserialize, right? And after that, here the group ID, we know if we want to run multiple consumer, then it is required group ID into the group consumer group. And auto offset reset config to read data from the beginning, right? There is the value earliest, latest, right? So I want to read the data from the beginning, so I set earliest. And then the create Kafka consumer, we know, right? This thing how to create. So here the string is the Kafka consumer, the key is a string, and the value, the type of value is the student, right? That's why I have written here student. And now here I am subscribing the student topics, right? And after that, the same thing, right? I am running the loop, infinite loop here to read the data continuously, right? So here I am creating the consumer records, right? Here I'm polling to read the data after each 100 milliseconds, right? And then it will return the records, and then I'm iterating here, right? And then I'm getting all these informations, right? That's all. That's how the consumer application is ready. In this consumer applications, I'm using the JSON deserializer, right? So we know how to write the JSON deserializer now, right? If you want to know more about the serializer and the deserializer, so what you have to do, just visit here javadoc, right? So you know this, you can go to the Kafka, Apache Kafka here, and you can select consumer API or whatever if you want, like consumer, regarding consumer API, and you can go to the javadoc here, right? There is the javadoc, right? Once you will click, you will come here, right? And then you will see here the consumer producer, right? So if you want to learn the deserializer and serializer, right? So here you can see ORG Apache Kafka common serializations. Then you will come to know here, right? So see, this is the interface deserializer and the serializer. To write the JSON deserializer, we have to implement deserializer, right? So you can see here deserializer, right? And these are the available methods. So I override configure and deserialize here, right? These two I have used, right? Closed, if required we will use it, right? So these are the methods from where I got to know, right? If you want to more detail, you can read it here, right? We have used, that's why I configure, I override the configure and deserialize method, right? Hope it is clear, right? So now let's start running these applications. So how to run, we know, right? Consumer applications, start running. You can see, right, from the beginning we are getting the data, right? So because the student, we have subscribed the student topics, and there is the data, and because I set here from the earliest, that's why I am reading all the data, right? So let's run producer again, producer applications. Let's see if I clear all, and if I run the producer applications, right? So you will see data here, the current data, right? I run the producer application. Now you can see here, this is the current latest data, right? So if I want to read the different file, we have the data here, student is student1, right? So let's read different file. So I'm reading here the student, right? And the another file is the student1.csv, right? So I want to produce first, right? So let's run the producer application to read that student1 file, right? Now done. Now you can see here that students, new students, Sultan and Al-Otabi Khan, these are the two new students available into the student1.csv file. You can see here, right? So hope this tutorial is clear on the JSON deserializer, how to use JSON deserializer to deserialize the Java complex object. Thank you very much, and we'll see the other concept, some important concept in the next lecture. Thank you very much.